What's going on, guys? Here's another video for you. This is 5 awesome instrumental psych rock albums, or psych space rock, whatever the hell you want to call it, all in the vein of psych rock. These are 5 instrumental releases that I feel definitely need a shout out. Generally speaking, I'm not a huge fan of instrumental psych rock. A lot of it just tends to bore me. Like, for example, a band like Cause a Sui. I like some of their releases, like Euphoria Tide and the self-titled, and like 1 or 2 of the Summer Sessions albums is not bad, but as a whole, kind of tends to bore me. Same with that Swedish band Kungens Man. Radar Men from the Moon tend to bore me. Not to shit on those bands, I'm just kind of establishing like where I'm coming from with these following albums. So we'll go with the first one here. This is Cosmic Dead. With, I think this is their, I want to say 3rd album? I don't know. It's, you know, with a lot of these instrumental psychedelic bands, it's hard to tell what's a full length and what's like a compilation and a live album. They have so many albums. But yeah, I bought this when it first came out in 2012. I had this, and I guess it's their 2nd album, which I think is actually self-titled. It's hard to say which of their albums I like the most. I really like the debut. Again, the 2nd album's good. Inner Sanctum's really good. I also really like the newer stuff, like Scottish Space Race. I didn't really like the last album that came out, but overall, they're a very solid band. And this is you know, definitely a solid album in their discography. It's only 4 songs. The first one's like almost 30 minutes long. Very meditative stuff. Very, it's a good, like, to put on in the background type of listen, but it's also good to just kind of throw on pretty much whenever. Like, sometimes their stuff, especially the earlier stuff, can be very abrasive, but this one's very lush. A lot of really cool delay, clean guitars. You know, I don't want to overuse this term because I'm probably going to use it a lot with these other albums, but it's a very meditative album. Also, like, the artwork is pretty cool. It's interesting. Yeah, like I said, most of their stuff is really good. I think there are actually vocals on here, but it's kind of just like weird, like indecipherable type vocals. So I guess it's not technically instrumental, but close enough. The first song certainly is. It's like, yeah, 34 minutes and 18 seconds. Great song, though. Great album. I really like these guys a lot. I know they came to the States for Psycho Vegas, I want to say. Or one of those like West Coast kind of festivals, but I'd love to see these guys live. They're, you know, they've put out some really good stuff over the years. Okay, so my next pick here, this is Earthless with Rhythms from a Cosmic Sky. I bought this years ago. I don't even know when this came out. 2007? Yeah, somewhere around then. This is when TP Records was like blowing up. They had like Quest for Fire and Nom and a whole bunch of other bands, Weird Owl, stuff like that. Which is Jay Mascis's stoner rock band. And yeah, and then of course Earthless. Yeah, this is essentially 2 songs. There's a 3rd song, which is like, I think it's like a bonus track. It's just kind of like a very basic stoner rock track. I don't like the vocals on that for whatever reason, because I've heard their other works, and they do have vocals, and I actually kind of like them. So, I don't know. That song never really stuck with me, but the first 2 songs on here, both are like 25 minutes or over. I can't remember, but for those of you not familiar with Earthless, the guitar work on here is just like fucking mind-blowing. Like, the first song takes a while to start up. It's very like intro heavy on like the build-ups of like the guitar and the feedback and the drums and stuff, but when the song kicks in, it's just like fucking Jimi Hendrix jam fest for like for a long time, and it's fucking awesome. Like, this guy could shred like you have no fucking idea. And it's catchy, it's awesome. The second song, Sonic Prayer, is just as good. slightly different. It's not as like jam solo heavy. There's like, it's almost like a little tribal-y in like the middle part, and then it breaks out into like really cool driving rhythmic grooves. Just excellent stuff. This is easily one of the best instrumental psych rock albums ever made. You do kind of have to be in the mood for it, because it can be a lot if you're not prepared for it, because like these guys just go fucking balls out with the music, and for what it is, it's fucking awesome. Most of the stuff these guys put out is really good. I have the split with Harsh Toke. That's a really good split. I like the one with the Black something. I think it came out like 2018. Then the last one was pretty good. They put out, I've heard most of their stuff, and I don't think I really dislike any of it. But yeah, and I really need to catch these guys live. I've missed them so many times, and I shouldn't, because I know live they're fucking phenomenal. But yeah, excellent album. Rhythms from Cosmic Sky by Earthless. So then, next pick here. This is a random one. I don't even know where these guys are from. I'm sorry. Let's see. I want to say Germany. I don't know. My bad. But this is Psychic Lemon with their album Freak Mammal. Yeah, this was like just a rare find for me. I wasn't like really expecting anything from listening to these guys, but when I turned on this album, I was like, oh, they're hitting all the things I wanted to be hit with, like instrumental psych rock, specifically Seeds of Tranquility. I love, not to sound redundant, but I love how tranquil that song is. It's so infectious. I love the keyboards at the end. Dark Matter has this awesome like freak out psychedelic sections, and then White Light is excellent as well. This whole album is just, it's perfect. It's very, very engaging, which is what I look for in instrumental, never mind psych rock, just instrumental music in general. They really outdid themselves with this. A lot of their other albums I'm not crazy about, I'll be honest. I've heard like one or two others. There was one like from a year or two ago, and I remember it started out really good, and then it just kind of bored me, which unfortunately a lot of these instrumental bands do. There are some good ones out there, like Acid Rooster's really good. Just stuff like that. But yeah, if you haven't heard these guys, check them out. Psychic Lemon with Freak Mammal. This is really, really good stuff. I don't hear enough people talk about this band, and they definitely deserve a lot of support. I don't know where they're from, but again, check them out. Psychic Lemon, Freak Mammal. And so the last two here, we're going to go with a very recent one. This is Speck. I think these guys are out of Austria with Eine Gute Reise. Probably butchered that. But this came out 2023, I want to say. And of course, I found out about this right after 2023, probably like right at the beginning of 2024 or something like that. So I was like, of course, because this definitely would have made my year-end list. This is a phenomenal fucking release. Everything this band does is phenomenal. So they have this. They had their first full length, which is phenomenal. They have like a one-song collaboration release, which is great. And then they just did a 4-way split with Verstarker and Combinet Robotron and one other one. But yeah, all the stuff they've released thus far is amazing. This album is absolutely... It's psych rock, but mixed with space rock and krautrock. So, right then and there, like, how can you go wrong? Just infectious grooves, infectious guitar effects, just everything you'd want. Yeah, and it's instrumental. And somehow, I have to say, out of all of these bands that I'm mentioning, and out of every band I've heard in the genre, like as far as like instrumental psych rock, these guys are the best. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I can turn this on whenever and it will draw me in. And that's saying a lot, because a lot of these bands, they're quick to bore me, but not these guys. And if you look up their Freak Valley Festival performance, you'll see why they're so good. I mean, the guitarist, let's see if his name's on here. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't say, but whatever. The guitarist for this band is just, he executes the music perfectly. That's all I'll say. Just phenomenal stuff. And I have their first album on vinyl, which is really cool. It came with a poster. It's just as good. This one's probably a little bit better, but yeah, if you haven't checked these guys out and you're looking to just like fucking trance out with like an infectious groove behind it, check these guys out. Spec from Austria. Excellent, excellent stuff. And the last one I have here is a little gem from a band that hasn't released anything in like 10 years, I want to say. This is, third full length? I don't know. This was released in 2013. This is Verma with their album Coltan. Oop. Can't win. Verma with Coltan. Yeah, this album is amazing. And I will emphasize the meditative aspect of this more than any of the other ones I've mentioned thus far. I think they made these songs for a Vice documentary, like back when Vice was actually cool. They made like a documentary about like the Congo. And yeah, they really outdid themselves with this release. It's super, super atmospheric, very solitary sounding, extremely immersive. Yeah. And I don't know, for some reason on tape, it works so well. I remember, like, quick story, my friend, back when he got his first apartment, we would just sit in there with, like, tea lights and just hang out, and we would just play this, like, on repeat. And, yeah, it was just the perfect way to enjoy it, and to this day, it's still, like, absolutely amazing album. I mean, let's be honest, pretty much everything Verma's ever done is incredible, but this would definitely rank on the high end of their discography. This, as well as the one before it, EXU, Salted Earth, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, again, this was released, shit. I don't know who this was released by. It just says HB. I don't know, but I know they released this on vinyl as well through, I want to say, Trouble in Mind Records. But yeah, if you haven't heard these guys and you haven't heard this album, check this out. It's just phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. So that's Verma's Coltan. And that's my final pick for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.